Welcome to the Unapologetic Pinner. I'm your host, Dana, here to help wedding professionals and creative business owners like you elevate your organic marketing strategy with Pinterest. Each week, we'll dive into practical tips and fresh insights to keep your pins engaging and your business growing. So grab your coffee, tea, or any other beverage of choice, and let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Unapologetic Pinner. If you're new here, I'm Dana, and I'm so excited about today's episode because we're going to talk about something that's not only crucial for Pinterest marketing, but for running a creative business in general. You guessed it, your mindset. Today's episode, we're diving into the mental blocks that might be holding you back and how you can shift your mindset to get real results. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, or your beverage of choice, and let's get into it. So let's start with the big why. We hear about this a lot. I read about this in so many different books. But why does mindset matter, especially for Pinterest marketing? Let me tell you why. Because your mindset shapes how you approach your business, creativity, and even your strategy. When you're stuck in a fixed mindset, you might think, I'm not good at design, or Pinterest just doesn't work for me. Do any of these sound familiar? These are limiting beliefs, and they stop you before you even get started. But when you adopt a growth mindset, the whole game changes. And I do not say that phrase lightly. You'll begin to see challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. You'll be more excited to experiment, test different pin designs, tweak your strategy, and genuinely trust the process. Pinterest, just like any other platform, rewards consistency and persistence. So, what are some of the most common mental blocks that might be holding you back from succeeding on Pinterest? The first one that hits close to home, and I know with many wedding professionals, is perfectionism. Go ahead and mentally or honestly, physically raise your hand if you've ever spent hours making sure a pin or a social media graphic was absolutely perfect before posting it. I've been there, and let me tell you, it's a trap. It is a whole trap. Perfectionism can lead to procrastination. Instead, focus on progress over perfection. Done is better than perfect, and your pins will improve the more you practice. This is something that honestly I have learned to love. When I find a content creator that I'm obsessing over, I will go back to their very beginning, like their first few posts, and I love seeing the transition of how they improved and perfected their brand design over the years. The next one is fear of failure. And this one is like a double-edged sword. I know that Pinterest can be intimidating, especially if you've invested time in other social media platforms with mixed results. But guess what? Every time you pin, you're learning something. It's like anything in life, you learn by doing. Every failure gets you one step closer to success. So trust me in the process and you'll get better as long as you're looking for those little lessons as you share your content. Comparison is the last one. And this one is big, not only for me, but I know it has to hit hard for other creatives. We look at what others are doing and think we just can't compete, or the market's oversaturated, or that no one wants to hear or see what we have to do. But I want you to remember that literally nobody can do what you do, the way that you do it. You have a unique voice, style, passion, and these are your superpowers. Do not be afraid to share them. This is what authenticity is all about. Don't shy away from what makes you you and the passion that you carry in each and every project. So let's talk about how to embrace a growth mindset and unlock your creativity. The first one that I always share with any new clients or other entrepreneur friends, just like with networking and various workshops, the foundational one is literally believing that you can improve. understanding that you're not stuck where you are. You can develop your skills over time, whether it's creating better pins or mastering analytics or taking better photos, getting comfortable on camera, talking into a microphone. Like, you just have to first set the foundation that you can do something or you will do something. Embrace that thought process. The more you learn, the more you grow. The next one, and this one has been super helpful for me in my business as life has thrown me so many challenges. Set small, achievable goals. Growth mindset doesn't mean you need to go from 0 to 100 in a week. You don't even have to go from 0 to 50. Set those small, achievable goals for your Pinterest strategy, whether it's just creating 3 new pins a week or improving your click-through rate by a small percentage, because each step counts. And then always celebrate your progress. I do this with my accountability partner, and I also do another podcast for those that are new here. It's called the Entrepreneur Encounter, and this is something that me and my co-host Sarah do every week. We get together for like 15, 20 minutes on a Monday, and we look at what we did well, no matter how small. Because we've learned in our individual businesses that we often focus so much on the end result that we forget to celebrate the little wins along the way. So that's something that we just started doing just to help us feel better. So did you hit a milestone? Great. Celebrate that. Each small win is a sign that you're moving in the right direction. What I'm celebrating today and this week is that I recorded this podcast episode. At the time of this recording, we just went through a massive hurricane. If you haven't heard or you're not in this area, Hurricane Helene has come through, and it has been just a whirlwind and a nightmare for the residents of North Carolina. And we are in recovery mode and everything else in between. So I'm celebrating the fact that I was able to fit in and find the ability to record this podcast. According to a study by psychologist Carol Dweck, people with a growth mindset achieve more in life than those with a fixed mindset because they put more energy into learning and improving. This resource will be added in the show notes, but this is just the mindset we need to bring to not only our Pinterest strategies, but our business growth strategies in general. So let's tie this back into Pinterest marketing specifically. When you adopt a growth mindset, you're more likely to try new things, whether that's, again, experimenting with pin designs, testing keywords, various colors, fonts, you name it. Pinterest is a long-term game. You may not go viral overnight, and that's completely okay. But with consistency, creativity, and the right mindset, your pins will start gaining traction, and so will your business. One thing I always tell my clients is that you don't have to be a designer to succeed on Pinterest. You just need to be willing to learn and adapt. So if you've ever felt like Pinterest success isn't for you, think again, because you definitely got this. All right, so let's quickly recap. First, mindset is everything when it comes to Pinterest marketing. A fixed mindset will keep you stuck, while a growth mindset will push you forward. Overcome mental blocks like perfectionism, fear of failure, or comparison, because these are natural, but they don't have to define your path to success. And then finally, embrace small, consistent actions, celebrating progress along the way, and trust that your strategy on Pinterest will pay off with time. If this episode resonated with you, I encourage you to apply some of these mindset shifts today, whether it's tweaking your pin designs, adjusting your posting frequency, or playing around with like A/B testing. Remember, progress is key here. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love if you would subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fellow creative entrepreneurs who could benefit from this mindset shift. For more tips and resources on Pinterest marketing, head over to the show notes or follow me on Pinterest for daily inspiration. Until next time, keep pinning unapologetically and keep that growth mindset front and center. And as always, you can pin that. Thanks Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Unapologetic Pinner. I hope you found some valuable insights to refresh your Pinterest approach. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback helps shape future episodes for future listeners. For more tips, follow me on Instagram at The Unapologetic Pinner and check out my weekly newsletter for trending Pinterest searches. And as always, you can pin that.